Hi, hello, and welcome to our today's English class. Our today's topic is Landscape of the Soul, and it was written by Nathalie Troy. So, this story tells about the painting, the difference between the painting of European and the painting of Chinese art. By this, we can understand the importance and the significance of Chinese painting and European painting. In this, the author described about the values and importance and significance of painting in a beautiful and systematic way. This chapter comprises of two parts, and Nathalie Troy is the author. The author has taken the first part from the landscape of the soul, ethics and spirituality in Chinese painting. He has taken the first part. It is divided into first, second, third part. The first part is taken from landscape of the soul. In this, it shows the ethics and spirituality of Chinese paintings. Spirituality means which is not real. Imagine something which is not real, but imagine something. And it has been derived from getting inside outsider art. And one more, the second part is getting inside and outsider art. So this is second part. First part is Chinese painting. It shows ethics and spirituality. And the second part is getting inside, and it's called outsider art. Getting Inside is an article that was published in the Hindustan Times in 2005. So here, Getting Inside, this article, it was published in Hindustan Times in the year 2005. The main theme of this chapter is about arts, painting and scenery. The main theme of this chapter is about art, theme or scenery, and we know that landscape is nothing but a scenery or any painting which looks very beautiful or gives any kind of message to the people. And here we learn about the Chinese painters and their works as well as the story behind them. In this, we will learn the importance of Chinese paintings and the hard work done by the Chinese writers behind their paintings. And similarly, the second part explores the concept of art bird. And here one more part is there called art bird. So this is a kind of introduction, and we will learn what is art bird in our regular lesson. Now let us discuss about the summary of this lesson. The first part is about a very popular Chinese painter. Now first we will discuss about a very popular Chinese painter, and his name was Wu Jiaozi. What is his name? His name was Wu Jiaozi. It is about the 8th century. He belongs to 8th century when he was hired by the Tang Emperor Xuanzong to adorn a wall of the palace. So once upon a time, an emperor called Tang Emperor, and his name was Xuanzong, and he called this Wu Jiaozi to paint or to decorate his walls in a beautiful way. When he painted very beautiful scenery, what did he include in that? He included mountains, waterfalls, forests, as well as clouds and blue skies with people living harmoniously in a happy environment. All these are included. Happy environment. All these are clouds, skies, mountains, and some people who are living in a happiest way. All these are included in his picture on the wall. However, he painted a cave. He also painted a cave which looks very real. Really, if you see that paint, we will think that it is a real cave. And it shows his talent. So he claps his hand on an entrance to the cave opens, where he gets in and vanishes. So one day, behind the door, nobody has seen. One day he wanted to show his paintings to only the Tang Emperor secretly. So while explaining and while painting, while showing all these paintings on the wall, suddenly whenever he reached to cave, then he explained the importance of cave, and immediately he clapped himself. Who clapped? We are Zhang clapped himself. Who clapped this? Sorry, Wu Diaozi. Wu Diaozi clapped himself, and immediately he entered into the cave. That means he entered into the painting. He entered into the cave which is in the painting, and immediately he disappeared. And this Tang Emperor waited for a long time, but he did not come out of the cave, and he did not come out of the painting. It shows the spirituality of Chinese painting. Next. Thus, after disappearance, the author says that denotes the knowledge of mystical inner world. By this, what do you understand? The Chinese paintings describes the mystical inner world. That means we can't see with our eyes, we can't imagine with our eyes. That means the Chinese painters are asking us to involve, to get inside of the paint, to see the beauty of the paint and to see the inner world of the paint. Similarly, there is another story about another popular Chinese painter who did not draw a dragon's eye, fearing it would reel and fly out of his painting. And we have one more story. Which kind of story it is? One of the Chinese painter. Really, he was feared. He was feared a lot to draw a dragon eye, because he thought that if he draw a dragon's eye, that means it will come really and it will fly out of his painting. So these kind of ethics and these kind of imaginations were there in Chinese paintings in 8th century. Now we have the third one about a master blacksmith, Quintin Mestis, who falls in love with the daughter of a painter. Next, we will learn about Quintin Mestis. What is his name? Quintin Mestis. Now he wanted to marry a daughter, and her father is a painter. Her father is a painter. Now he fell in love with painter's daughter. As the father was not accepting of his son-in-law belonging to such a profession, he still did so. But daughter's father, he did not accept his love, because he did not belongs to paintings family. He belongs to blacksmith. So he did not like that profession. So he rejected the marriage. And he rejected to make him as his son-in-law. He accepted Quintin because after some days he accepted him blacksmith as his son-in-law, because one day his son-in-law came secretly inside to his studio and he has drawn a beautiful picture on his panel. Which kind of picture? He painted a fly on his panel. Really, it shows the realism. That means it looks original fly. It looks like a original fly. By this, daughter's father attracted and he made blacksmith as his son-in-law. Finally, the second part of getting inside, outsider, art by Brunda Suri. Who is that? Art by Brunda Suri talks about the concept of art brut. Now next to Brunda Suri. It is about outsider art and it was told by Brunda Suri. The concept was told by Brunda Suri, and she also talked about a concept called art brut. Art brut is taken from French language. It is a French term. And a painter Generally, painters will take lot of training from instructors. But here, a painter who has no formal training, but even though he can draw in a beautiful way, then this concept is discussed as art blood. So here Brunda Suri also talked about a great person. What was his name? His name was Nek Chan. I think we know very well Nek Chan, who is the creator of a rock garden in Chandigarh city. I think we know very well, Chandigarh city, we have a beautiful rock garden. The creator of this rock garden is Nek Chan. So these kind of arts, Chinese art and European art. Here European art also given as, that means Europeans are saying that they are asking us to see the paint directly with our eyes. We should not imagine anything. They are asking us to see the paint and observe the paint directly with our eyes, but we should not imagine like spirituality or with ethics. Whereas in Chinese, we will see some ethics and some imaginations and some spiritual things were involved in Chinese paintings. Whereas European people and European painters, they were asking us to see directly with our eyes. So this is the difference between European painting and Chinese painting. And here art blood is nothing but a painter who has no formal training, but even though he creates a beautiful things, just like Nek Chan's created a rock garden in Chandigarh and he became the world famous creator from India. At last, landscape for the soul, we learn that it is an infinite form which has a rich history and it cannot fit inside any content box or label. It has a life of its own. Painting has a life of its own. Thank you, children.